Good morning, comic fans. We're the Comic Pusher at the Comics Club, tapping Brandon's favorite comic and gaming store. It is Wednesday, August 14th, and a very strange coincidence happened the other day. I was looking at some of my financial information, and I came across this piece of paper. And it was it was actually a bag and a board, and it had something interesting in it. The Comics Club started out in 1989 as a mail order business and selling my own collection through the mail. This is back before there was internet that we could use to do such things, most commonly. And so I did a little catalog and everything, but eventually, hey, Steve, good to see you this morning. But eventually, we decided to go retail. And that retail happened all the way back in 1994, 5 years after we opened, as we started as a mail order business. So I want to show you guys something. This is really interesting, this thing that I came across. This is a little advertisement for our grand opening. And if you look at their little receipt, the customer, he bought 2 packs of trading cards. But the most interesting, and he also one of the dollars he used, he signed it for us and said good luck on the and if you look at it closely there, and he dated it. And if you look at the date on the receipt that he let us keep, it says 8/17/94. That's this Saturday 30 years ago, exactly to the day that we had our grand opening. We had a soft opening a few days before, but our official grand opening was on August 17th, 1994 for our first ever retail operation. And that was down in the Fort Lauderdale area, a place in a town called Tamarack. And here we are, all these years later. That kid that bought these 2 packs for me at the time, he may have been 9 or 10 years old. So today he's about 40 years old. I don't know where Greg is today. I tried to find him on the internet, but I was unsuccessful. If you're out there, Greg Traub, thank you so much for being our very first customer on our grand opening day way back when. But we're going to commemorate that with this little piece of memory from comic book history. We're going to commemorate that this Saturday at the Comics Club from noon to 7 p.m. Join us for BOGO on our regular back issue comics all day long to celebrate our 30th to the exact day years in business as a retail operation. So that's pretty fun. I'm so glad that I came across it the other day, because had I not, I would have missed this entirely, and it would have slipped my mind that this very significant anniversary for our business was about to happen. So I was very happy. I think the universe wanted to make sure I didn't miss that, and everybody else too, and to give you a chance for a sale. So that'll be fun for us. So we also, I have to disappoint everybody this week on one area. We had a late shipment, and Dolly is working on it diligently as we speak to get all of the books from Diamond that came a day late on us. Just got here this morning. That was a fail on the part of UPS. But the other problem was not a fail on those guys' part. It was actually a fail on my part, and I apologize. But our DC comics this week are late. And we're hoping to get everything in sometime in the next week for what should have been on the shelf this week. And my apologies for that. I hope everybody can suffer through with the short stack we have, which is it's looking about 6 or 7 inches. That's about all we got today. But we have a lot of cool variants. We have a lot of cool other things to show you. So we'll get into it in just a little bit. We're going to have Mr. Happy join in and give us the secret word. So if you know the secret word, it can get you 15% off any single item in the store. If you're a Discount Club member or a subscriber, get you an extra 5%, so that's 20% off. You can always have a way to have a discount at the Comics Club. All you got to do is watch the show and catch Mr. Happy's secret word, and he'll jump in just a couple of minutes. Let me show you the trades that came in this week, and I think we have a couple of restocks and a couple of new things. This is Spider-Gwen Into the Unknown trade paperback. We also have Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas in the film comic book. Miles Morales Spider-Man Gang War pulls together the Gang War story. This is issues number 13 through 16 of Miles Morales Spider-Man and Giant Size Spider-Man number 1, all pulled together into this one fine volume. Plus, we have a big commemorative edition of Batman Detective Comics number 1000. It was a big, thick issue, and they turned it into a beautiful hardcover. So Batman issue number 1000 deluxe edition on the stands at the Comics Club today. What else do we have here for you? Oh, this is something fun for the kids. If you have kids, you probably know who this is, Bluey. And this is Bluey's coloring book. And it's just in time for Halloween. So get your kids a Bluey Halloween comic book at the Comics Club. And last but certainly not least, Ronin. The last Ronin hardcovers. Restocks came in. For all those people desperately waiting for a hardcover edition of this, we have them in stock. Now then, let's dive into the variant covers that we got today. And there's a lot of them. We're going to jump right now. Usually I show you all the indies first, but today I'm going to show you the Marvels, then DC. We don't even have any DC this week to show you, unfortunately. So let's do the Marvels first. It's the X-Men, number 2. It's a 1 in 25. X-Factor, number 1, hitting the stands this week. It's a 1 in 25. Spidey Society, Enter the Spider-Verses, issue number 1. It's a 1 in 25. Just can't get enough the Spider Multiverse. There's a ton of stuff out there for it now. Ultimates, issue number 3. This is a 1 in 25. If my words are coming out a little funny, it's because having a problem with one of my teeth. So sorry about that. I'm not stuttering. It's that the tongue's getting in the way of the broken tooth. Amazing Spider-Man number 55. It's a 1 in 25 cover. All of our favorite villains all around him. Got the Kingpin on there. See the Kingpin? My daughter and I have been, one of my daughters and I have been watching the Daredevil series on Disney. Watching all again. Wow, what a violent show that was. This is Berserker, issue number, this is Berserker Face Full of Bullets, issue number 1. This was supposed to be last week, but we had a problem with the shipment last week getting damaged. It's just been a series of unfortunate events recently. Vampirella, number 670. This is a 1 in 10 variant, a Virgin variant, as you can see. Babs, number 1. It's like a Conan type character, Red Sonja type character, but it's Babs. She's been around before. And just got handed the some of the independents that made it this week. This is a pack. If you're familiar with Mirka Andolfo's Unsacred, this is the first volume, issues 1 through 7, collected together individual issues with special covers all into one package. So if you're a fan of hers, don't want to miss a chance to pick up that. Plus we have Johnny Quest. It's a foil variant. I don't know the variant ratios at this point because these just literally got in here. But I got a couple of foil ones. I'm sure these are 1 in 10s, 1 in 15s, you know. Okay. So also I have some Johnny Quest other regular covers to show you. And I'll be getting to those in just a second here. So why don't we just dive right in with what I was handed here for Johnny Quest number 1. We have a blank cover. So if you don't like any of these other covers you're about to see, we got the blank cover. And this cover. That's Jay Lee. Always loving Jay Lee covers. That one. There's a variant of that one, and there's a variant of this one. If you're Johnny Quest fans, it's your day. Hey, what's the young Indian kid that's with Johnny Quest there? It's his friend. Does anybody know his name? And then they also have their little dog. It's got the little bandit markings on his face. So, okay. So there's, I think that's all the Johnny Quests for today. And there's quite a lot of them. Vampirella. This is issue 671. Cosplay. Parejo. You gotta love that cover. Parejo is just an amazing talent. Red Sonja. Loving that. I'm kind of partial to redheads, though. especially ones with all those freckles. They're so beautiful. Red Sonja, Empire of the Damned, number 5. Elric, issue number 2. The Necromancer. And Doctor Who, the latest Doctor, the 15th Doctor. This is issue number 2 of his new series. And we have Fright Night, Evil Ed Rising, issue number 1. American Psycho, issue number 5. What do you say there, Jason? Vampirella still running its original run, or did it reboot? Oh, it's rebooted. Yeah, it rebooted. I think it's rebooted more than once. It has a whole bunch of miniseries. There's been tons of Vampirella miniseries. Wonderland, number 2. And the Amory Wars are back. Issue number 4. This is something called High on Life, which has gotten a lot of buzz. Really interesting artwork, I'll tell you that. I haven't had a chance to read it, but loving the artwork. Especially this next cover is so cool. Just strange alien stuff. Strange. Speaking of strange, life is strange. Forget Me Not is issue number 4. There's some cool cover art there, too. Profane. It's another interesting piece of cover art. Profane, issue number 3. All right. That takes care of the indies for... Well, no, it doesn't. We have more. Defenders of the Earth, number 1. Got Mandrake, the Phantom. There's a Flash Gordon. Who else is there? What's the other guy's name? Guy I'm missing there. The black guy. He's got like the Shazam or the Flash thing. Is it Black Adam? I don't know. Tell me if anybody knows. Tell me, or tell me down the information down below in the comments, so you can get yourself entered into our monthly drawing. Don't forget, if you leave a comment down below, you get entered in our monthly drawing. We do the monthly drawing, the first episode every month. What are we looking at here? This is Tiny Tina's Wonderland, Land of the Giants, and that was My Little Pony we just saw, issue number 3. Yeah, so definitely leave a comment down below, because you have a good chance of winning Night Watcher from the world of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Issue number 1. Into the Unbeing, some really amazing artwork. Cover arts have just been incredible on this series. And that's issue number 3. Also get this on the back cover. Not quite certain what I'm looking at there. Lungs? I don't know. Hips? I don't know. Kill All Immortals. Well, they got against Immortals. What have we ever done to them? Barfly, issue number 2. I just love the concept of this. Even though bugs creep me out in general, the idea of this Barfly, the play on those words. And I don't know if any of you see, they're saying the bug is saying, help me, the fly. If you saw the original Fly, you'll know what that is. How you doing there, Joe? Good to see you this morning. The original movie, The Fly, at the end with Vincent Price and the little half man, half fly caught in a spider web, and he's screaming, "Help me, help me!" And they put that on there. Oh my God, sick and twisted stuff. Babs, Red Sonja, basically as a brunette. Through brunette Red Sonja. Babs, bloody Babs. Conan, this also should have been here last week. We had some problems with damages. We have that cover, and we have the blank cover. that leaves us with, like I say, just Marvel, because we had a problem with DC this week. And my apologies on that. We're going to get them in here as fast as we can. I hope nobody's jonesing too much for the DC Comics this week. Lothar. Cool. Thank you so much, Lothar. I did not know that. That's a good one. Batman. Well, Marvel's equivalent. Kind of. Sort of. Not really. Moon Knight, number 8. It's Mr. Knight sitting there. It's the Disco Dazzler cover. They're on these disco covers. Going crazy on disco covers now. You know, first it was nothing but Spider-Man and Wolverine, and now it's disco covers on everything. That's a great cover there. Here's a Venom, number 36. Oh, look, it's a Disco Dazzler cover. Now, I did not notice the homage here. I was told yesterday this is a homage. Any of you see the homage here? He's riding that thing and got his tongue stuck out, and it looks like a giant steel ball on a cable there. What? Anybody recognize it? There's a female star riding on top of it. If that helps you at all. I had no clue of this. If any of you can figure out what that was, what that's a homage to, you let me know. But here's the other covers for Venom. And in the meantime, and we have Venom War, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Infinity Watch. I'm going rather quickly because because of the mistakes, there's more to do than we normally have to do today before the show opens. X Factor number 1 launching. A lot of buzz on this one. Everybody feels that they've got all their old favorite comics back again with the launch of X-Force, X-Factor, and X-Men again. And here we are, X-Factor joining the mix. Slander. X-Factor. Well, they'll all join up together in the multiverse somewhere anyway. X-Factor, just the logo. They've been doing that for covers, just the logo. Doctor Who's logo is cool. I don't know. What about the rest? Disco cover for X-Factor. See, Disco Dazzler cover. Everybody's a Dazzler with disco clothes and stuff. X-Factor, last cover. And then we have the Marvel Secret Wars. It's a nice foil. It's a facsimile edition. Amazing Spider-Man number 55. There's that. And there's that. And oh my gosh, another Disco Dazzler cover. This is X-Men number 2, not Deadpool Wolverine, but they had to put him on everything because of the movie, which was a huge box office success. By the way, if you didn't see it yet, I have not seen it yet, but I'm sure they'll eventually get my money too. X-Men Disco Dazzler cover. X-Men number 2. That's what we're looking at here. X-Men number 2. Loving this cover. It's a J. Scott Campbell. Very nice. Fantastic Four Disco Dazzling. And for me, a few cooler covers. This is a homage to this. Marvel Comics number 8. Fantastic Four number 23. Look at this cover. Wow, what a great cover that is. Whoa. I'm loving that. Helverine. Anybody? Number 4? Helverine. Coming at you. I don't think him and Wolverine are best buds. Iron Fist. Launching anew. Number 1. The Living Weapon. Eastman of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fame did this cover. Homage to a earlier issue. We have Miles Morales Spider-Man Disco Dazzling with a Dazzler. That's the vulture. Spider Society entered the Spider Verses. There's a lot of them. I love that cover. That's just a great cover. But there's more covers, you know. Got to have a lot of them every time. All these different covers. This is Spider Boy. This is the Stormbreaker cover. Spider Boy number 10. This was my wife's favorite from them, I believe. If not the other one that's a homage to something that anybody figured out yet? What that homage was? Put it in the comments down below if you haven't figured out. Thor, Immortal Thor number 14. Immortal Thor number 14. And more. And Ultraman crosses over with the Avengers. Issue number 1. Ultraman Avengers. Ultraman Avengers. I'm liking it. Sensational She-Hulk is up to number 10. Werewolf by Night. This one's bagged because of the explicit content. Lots of different covers, all bagged because of explicit content. These are not for children, even though that says Saturday morning, as if it's cartoons okay for kids. That one's not for kids. This one's a foil cover inside of that, bagged. You know, you shouldn't keep these in the plastic bag, guys. You can retain the plastic bag separately, but do not put it in there. Do not leave it in there. That's polyethylene in all likelihood, and it will damage your comic books. Rod the Rican. Oh my gosh, how you doing, my friend? So good to see you. Guys, if you haven't checked out Rod the Rican's show, you got to go look at it. Rod the Rican's Comics and Collectibles. Man, what a fun show Rod puts on. So good to see you, Rod. I haven't seen you in a while. So good to see you, my friend. Rod the Rican. Joining us here at the Comics Club via YouTube. Loving it. Go check out his YouTube channel, guys. It's really cool. He knows comic books. Let me tell you, he knows comic books as well as any comic book pusher there's ever been. Ultimates number 3. Look at that. And finally, that one. Steve was trying to wait for another show contents, but why did they do homage to Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball? That's correct. That was what it was. I don't know, Steve. Of all the ones, they're trying to get Miley Cyrus fans into comic books. Why not? You know, to get Taylor Swift's people into comic books, Miley Cyrus into comic books. We'll have most of the females on this planet into comic books. That's what we want. More people into comic books. Absolutely. Wow. Venom came in like a wrecking ball. They had to depict it properly. Yeah, man. Well, that's so cool. Thank you so much. But with Venom, I don't know. Why not? Because of the tongue. You know, Miley Cyrus always sticks out her tongue, you know, thing. And so they had Venom's giant tongue, so I guess that's why. I mean, it's just Miley Cyrus and the tongue thing. You know, that's all I can figure. Anyway, gosh, thank you guys so much. Mr. Happy would like to say that the secret word today and for the week is dollar. Dollar, just like our first dollar that we earned way back in 1994 in our retail store. Who else had the proper tongue, right? Nobody else. Dollar is our secret word. If you know the secret word, it gets you 15% off any single item in the store. Good from now until next week, one per person. If you are a Discount Club member or a subscriber, it gets you an extra 5%. So that's 20% off any single item in the store. Limit one per person per day. Thank you so much, Mr. Happy. And we'll see you next week. We'll see all of you next week. And remember, read. It brings out the hero in you.